The Central Coast is a gorgeous area, obviously, and a beautiful spot for honeybees, and them, being in this environment. And I understand you have an interesting perspective. We're all familiar seeing the white boxes that are always out by the roadside, but you have an interesting perspective as to managing the wild population.
I do. I own a business removing honeybees from structures all over the Central Coast. Some are in owl boxes, some are in wine barrels, some are on walls and haddocks. And it's a lot of fun because I get to see the wild bees and the comb they build without people helping.
So you're essentially like rescuing honeybees that might be, facing extinction based upon where they're at, and then putting them into a managed situation with the beekeeper's care?
That's right. That's exactly right. And the honeybees really need my help because they sometimes find themselves in places that people don't appreciate.
So you must have a lot of honey. Is your family sick of honey yet?
My family is not sick of honey. My
No?
biggest challenge has really been all the wax that I bring home from work. That's too curly or too dirty or too old to go into the hive with the bees.
Well, I love the fragrance of beeswax.
Oh, it smells so good. I love beeswax candles.
So I understand you have like a different kind of creative process for handling the wax.
Yes, I do. Traditionally, wax scraps were boiled in a big pot of water in order to filter out the sediment and have nice wax for candles. But in fact, that is kind of flammable. And I was worried about burning down my kitchen.
Wow.
So I decided to use steam. And steam changed everything.
Wow.
It melts the wax perfectly.
So the steamers, those are like easy to use and safe and not flammable?
Not flammable at all.
Amazing.
No fire extinguisher required.
That's great. Well, let me ask you then, so how can a beekeeper find your clarifier?
It's online. We've got a video explaining how to use it, and it's easily available. California Clarifier on Google, and it'll take you right to the shop.
Awesome. That's great information. Thanks so much, Sue.
My name is Sue Holzman, and I'm a beekeeper on the Central Coast of California. I specialize in removing colonies from structures, and this job generates a lot of scrap comb. These pieces are too curly, too old, or too dirty to put into the hive. I designed the California Clarifier to steam render scrap comb into gorgeous, usable beeswax. The Clarifier produces steam from the spout and is intended for outdoor use on a heat-proof surface in above freezing temperatures. The body of the Clarifier is a food-grade bucket. Melted wax flows through the reusable cotton filter bag. Simply use the drawstring to tie it in place. Break the comb into smaller pieces in order to make best use of the volume. The lid snaps easily into place. Tie on the insulation jacket. Although insulated, the Clarifier can get hot when in use. Use caution. Follow the manufacturer's instructions for the steamer and fill it with distilled water. Bees are attracted to the scent of the steam coming from the spout of the Clarifier and may fall into the melted wax. Use the bee guard to prevent this from happening. To disguise the scent, light a smoker nearby or add a few drops of tea tree oil to a cotton ball and place it on the lid. The steamer takes 10 or 15 minutes to heat up. Melted wax and condensed water begin to flow immediately. Allow the Clarifier to cool before opening the lid. Fine debris and dissolved honey may accumulate in the bottom of the wax bar. It can be scraped off with a knife. Irregular wax cakes can be clarified a second time to obtain a more uniform bar. All components of the California Clarifier are manufactured in the USA and assembled right here in California.